Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We are looking at Bitcoin on a weekly time frame due to the fact that it's a new weekly candle. And I just want to point out on the weekly time frame that we did close our weekly outside of the Bollinger Band, and I am expecting a new low this week. Right now, we are starting off with a little bit of buy volume. The market is not even open, but the US pre-market is showing signs of strength. But whatever that is, I'm expecting it to roll over this week and make a new low just on the fact that we close outside the Bollinger Band. Now, I know we're back inside the Bollinger Band. I will start assuming that the bottom is in once we break above 31,250 on a 4-hour open and close. I will be more confident to the upside. And if I look over here, if we start closing 4 hours above 30,450, the previous high of the yesterday, I will consider the move up starting to be more likely. Until then, I'm only looking lower, and we're looking for where we can find support. Going to the daily, I'm looking for us not to go under 29,838, the same levels as last week. Going under there would mean that this triangle consolidation is just that. It's a consolidation and we're not done consolidating. Right now, a lot of the people are going to probably be a little euphoric due to the fact that we're outside of the triangle and it looks like we're testing it right now. And if we can hold outside the triangle, we can look for us to slowly float back up to the top and try to test these higher EMAs such as the 21 on the daily, and that will happen after we get above 31,250. And I would assume that the next level of resistance is that 31,900, and after 31,900 we have 32,100 as our next level of resistance. As you can see, I have added another indicator. It's just showing you a very important levels due to the past price history. And you can see that last week our equilibrium was around 30K, and then the weekly candle opened around 30,264, which is exactly where we are trying to basically get above and stay above. Any 4-hour closes under 30,264, you should be to the defense that, hey, we are pushing away from the open of the weekly candle and we're looking for lower. The week before that, we opened around 32,527, so we already made a new weekly low, a lower high in the weekly time frame. So this is another reason why I'm more likely looking for a rollover effect. I know the pre-market is up for the US index, but after 9:30, 10:30, an hour into the New York Open, I expect a rollover effect. So if this price can hold outside of this triangle and we can stay above 28,850 on 4-hour opens and closes, we still have a chance of just carrying up at New York Open, and then after an hour of the open we can see if price wants to show us some signs of weakness and rollover or not. But before or as New York Stock Exchange is opening, I would expect up because of the euphoria thinking the bottom is in after 8 weeks of down. People think that we can't have another week of bearish price action. So keep that in mind. I'm going to zoom in on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour on Bitcoin, I do have a good thing to say, which is we are finally above the 55 EMA and we're opening and closing, and that is also coinciding with being outside the triangle. I do not want us to come lower than the previous high, which is around 30,050. Any 4-hour open and closes under 30,050, you have these lower targets in mind. But once again, I do not want anyone getting too bearish if we can hold 29,850 due to the fact that the 21 EMA is there. Only after losing this Fibonacci and this 21 EMA with 4-hour open and closes coming into middle of this triangle consolidation will I be looking for the rollover effect. If we come over here and we can't hold this level, we test it one more time and then we roll over, I would be looking for that lower levels to come through. Only if we can't hold, okay? If we hold over here tap this and then go up, find support and then go up, that is also a possibility, guys. On the upside, I'm looking for resistance at 30,884, and then right here at the golden pocket top of the fib at 31,257, which is also where the 100 EMA is. Once we start closing 4-hour open and closes above here, I would definitely consider the next move to come, which is 32,374, and then the fib, which is on a weekly level, this 32,700 on Bitcoin. So we have to wait and see how the day goes. Right now, on a weekly time frame, I'm bearish. On a daily time frame, I'm neutral. And on a 4-hour time frame, I'm looking for resistance to the top side, aka I'm being patient for the price to show me what it wants to, so I can be more concrete on my conclusion on those weekly and daily time frames. So that is Bitcoin for you. Let's go to Ethereum and take a look at what that is doing on a weekly. So Ethereum on a weekly time frame is also closed outside of the weekly candle, so I'm looking for new lows this week. We had to close around 2,000, we didn't get there. So this week, if we can get a close above 2,000, we have a little bit of a chance. As of right now, I'm looking for the lows of this candle to get tested. Our first level of support is around the $2,000 level, which is also where our fib is. Losing that candle, we can look for the previous low of the day at 1960. And if we lose that, we are looking for 1900, which is the last untapped point of control on a daily time frame. And if we can lose that, then we're looking at the 1715 area, which is also where another POC is sitting at. We have two fibs here, this 1715 on a weekly and this 1724 on this 4-hour consolidation, where we're getting our thin fib lines from. If we do go to the upside, we have some resistance at 2154, but 4-hour open and closes above this last high, which is 2150. I would assume us floating back up, and then if we do start closing 4 hours open and closing above 2200, I would look for this 100 EMA at 2325 as our next target. Let's go to the daily so we can zoom in a little bit on this price action. On a daily time frame, we can see we're consolidating in this triangle. We're just hitting the high on the last previous day right now on the daily. If we can just maintain outside of this triangle, it can be possible for us to slowly float up into this golden pocket resistance. And then we have the 21 EMA right on top of the golden pocket. So daily open and close above there would be ideal for these higher values, but it might take another day or two of going sideways for this 21 EMA to come on down for us to try to overcome it later in the week, like say Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's go to this 4-hour EMA. So on the 4-hour EMA, we are above the 55 and we're testing into the top of the Bollinger Band. It is important for us to open and close in this area for another continuation move up. If we get rejected from the top of the Bollinger Band here and the EMA, we should look for the 21 to be our level of support. And we also have this pink line over here for a naked POC. So around this $2,000, low $2,000 level, we can look for a bounce and then see, hey, this bounce is going to hold to the upside and hopefully get above the 55 EMA open and close. If not, if the bounce is weak and we do roll over, well then we know that, hey, we should look for these lower targets. The last low of yesterday was 1950, and that's the bottom of the triangle. Losing that low from there with 4-hour open and closes, we have the bottom of the Bollinger Band at 1929. And then losing the bottom of that, we have these lower targets, which we've already mentioned. I would probably look for around 1900 and then under 1900 around 1850. And then we can look for this bottom 1715 as well as this orange channel trend line. So we have lots of possibilities. I mean, if we can hold this level right here, we can bounce up here and then we can slowly test up there, find some support and go up. If we can't find some support here, then you should imagine us testing down the 21, maybe one more time into that, and then rejecting into the bottom of the channel, using the POC one more time, and then breaking down, and etc. So we have two possible paths to go. It's just we have to wait for the New York Stock Exchange to open, give it an hour, feel out what everyone is doing, if the market is bullish or bearish, and then go accordingly. Because this can pump up into the New York Open and then get rejected right after 9:30 occurs. Maybe at like around 12 o'clock we start rolling over, due to the fact that there aren't really that many bulls in the market and everyone is waiting for earnings to start coming out before they start taking these positions. So be very, very careful. You have either you can go sideways, you could go down, you could go up, but I've given you the levels of importance either way we go. Please be careful how you trade today. It's Monday. It's still a little early. We have no idea how the market really wants to behave until we let the market show us. So be patient for an hour into market open for these conclusions. Aside from that, guys, I know this video is really early, but I actually start another job today. So I will be fully working 2 jobs and I will not be back to you guys until 8 p.m. So if you have any questions or concerns, please do look at my description below the video for my Discord group. Feel free to shout me out in there and I will answer you guys on my lunch break when I have it. Other than that, please don't forget to like and subscribe and press the bell button for notifications so you guys get these real-time updates as soon as they come out so you can use them to your benefit. And if there's any other questions or concerns you guys have, leave it in the section below and I will get back to you. If you have any other assets you want me to cover, leave it in the section below and I will get back to you. And last but not least, have a good day. Enjoy the week it just started. No matter what happens, don't forget, I love you. All right? Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.